What's up everybody, Lawler here, your inside source for all things Rocket League news. We've got some more roster news and updates coming, some confirmations and otherwise, and some thoughts about some of these as well. I do apologize for the lighting being a little bit lower. My light that I normally use to light everything is broken. It decided to die literally as I started my stream today, so I do have new lights coming in, 45-degree angle key lights. Can't wait to bring those in, but for the meantime, we're just gonna have to put up with it until those come in the mail. With that said, let's get straight into the roster news. So as always, we're going to start with North America roster news first, and then we'll do the very minimal EU roster news that has come to light, and then talk about a tournament that is going to be going down, Open Qualifiers, starting when this video comes out, actually. So first one up is going to be the one I talk about in detail the most. According to a post by Shift, it looks like Kronovi, a long-standing member of the Rogue roster, may potentially be on his way out. In his place, Rogue have been trying out Taroko x Plot Twist and also a target of version 1, and Kinze x Pittsburgh Knights. In my video yesterday, I did mention how I have heard whisperings of Rogue making a roster change, and in this case, unfortunately, it is going to be Kronovi from the looks of it. I also put out the information before it was announced that Kinze would be booted off of Pittsburgh Knights in place of Sosa, so some things are happening, and with those kind of moving parts, it does feel like this one falls in line, and led to a lot of conversation on my stream today about what that possibly means for Kronovi. We got into the discussion about what Kronovi's avenues are for what he could transition into, whether he wants to either A, continue to compete, which I think he could most definitely do. He could also possibly turn into a coach or a manager. I don't think a manager would really take full advantage of his skills or his attributes, while I think coaching would probably be a really good fit. I do think he has obviously a plethora of experience being here since the very beginning and the predecessor of the game. He's seen it all. He's shown that he can adjust and adapt over the course of different meta changes, and I think would be a great addition to any team that would be willing to have him. I think he would become probably one of the most sought after coaches. Whether he's able to kind of translate that into the coaching and the ability to help with the kind of interpersonal and the mentality side, I don't know. It is going to be a learning experience with any role he goes into. And again, we don't know if this is even a thing because it is still a rumor. Selfishly, I hope that he considers becoming an analyst on the RLCS broadcast. I do think that the RL Esports broadcast is desperately lacking the nitty-gritty, the small nuances that a lot of people miss out. Obviously, they brought in Turtle. I do think Turtle has developed very well as a commentator, but is still lacking that in-depth insight that high-level pros have. I do think Turtle touches on it here and there, but with how fast-paced the game is, you don't really get to, I guess, really break down and get into those really important and really minute details, which I think Kronovi would be excellent on. I don't think Kronovi has the personality personally to become a commentator, whether it be color or play-by-play. I don't think it suits his personality, but if you put him on the desk alongside Leaf, who is hosting, who directs the conversation, Gibbs, his former teammate of iBuyPower Cosmic, and then you allow Kronovi and Gibbs to have that camaraderie as well as provide that level of insight and that level of posture, I think you could get a really good addition to the RLCS broadcast, and I selfishly hope he ends up going there or continues to compete. Either or I'm happy with. Ultimately, what I'm trying to say is I personally just hope that Kronovi finds a role. I think he's way too talented and has too much experience under his belt to not find a role somewhere in the esports scene if he would like to. He also has the obvious option to go and be a full-time content creator, whether he wants to stream, because the streams obviously pop off, or if he wants to commit to YouTube again. Kronovi could easily be the largest YouTube content creator for Rocket League if he would just dedicate to it. So again, depending on what he wants to do, he has a lot of options that he can weigh. I would love to sit down and talk with him. So Kronovi, if you do see this, I would love to pick your brain about the topic and kind of see what you're doing. But ultimately, I hope he finds and chooses what makes him the most happy. He may not know what that is right away, and he may have to try out a couple different things, but ultimately I think Kronovi has a long career in Rocket League, whether it be on the esports side, content creation side, analyst side, whatever he wants to do. I think he can just take his pick because I don't think anybody is more qualified. Crimson Wings has also confirmed their new roster. It was rumors based upon a sign up for a tournament, but it has officially been confirmed that Wonder will be joining the team alongside Prime Thunder and Skills as they move forward into the grid qualifiers as well as the winter split. I hope everyone is ready to hear the Wonder Thunder color commentary on the broadcast over and over and over again until it is dead, and then they're going to use it even more. This is me getting out ahead of it. If you are a color commentator or a play-by-play color commentator in the RL esports scene, please, for the love of God, think of more creative things than just saying Wonder Thunder combo a billion times. I beg you, this is me trying to get in front of it before it becomes a problem. Also, for confirmation, Charlotte Phoenix has officially confirmed that Alraz, a player that we also saw sign up in a tournament, will be their official third. It is not just a temporary sign up or a tryout. He has committed. So congrats to Alraz. He'll be alongside Karma and Shadow for that team. Hopefully can provide a nuance to this team that has been lacking. Now jumping over to Europe, we heard some rumors that it was going to possibly be a rebuild for Barrage Esports. They were talking about how Cynical and Oli were no longer going to be a part of the team, and that they were possibly going to be rebuilding around Rise. Well, that is no longer the case. Rise put out a tweet earlier today saying that he is looking for a team and that he is no longer a part of Barrage and would like to thank Barrage for all they did for him. Over on Barrage's Twitter, they did put out a tweet saying that the relationship status between them and RLCS Esports is complicated. So announcement to follow tomorrow. That should be coming out sometime when this video comes out, so we'll have to pay attention to that. And last but not least, WSOE Open Qualifiers will be starting today and also going tomorrow. The 4 invited teams are Alpine, Envy, KC Pioneers, and NRG. With G2, it looks like turning it down, and Space Station also not either getting an invite or turning it down as well. Specifics of that haven't been made public. Open Qualifiers look like it's going to be a double elimination bracket, best of 5s, and there's actually some pretty notable teams in there between E United, both True Neutral and L11s, and PDHM from the South America region. True Neutral and 11s were the ones that won or took first, second in their regional majors. So South America competitions coming through. You also see a lot of new rosters and first looks that we're going to be getting, and a lot of new iterations of rosters that we have yet to see compete. I obviously have heavy favorites for teams like E United, as we've seen what Tristan has already been capable of, but there could be some major upsets. Plus, we get to see, for the first time in quite a while, international competition step up and compete. Even though there's a ping difference between the two, it will be exciting to see South America come in against North America teams and see how they stack up, because we do get to see the 2 best teams in the region actually go and compete. So that's where my eyes will be glued. I will do my best to ask WSOE to see if I can do a watch party. I think it's Sleegy and Kendo who are going to be doing the actual commentary for the Open Qualifiers, but if I can do like a rebroadcast, twitch.tv/Lawler, link in the description down below. Hopefully we can watch these and hang out and kind of see how these teams are evolving, but it should be some pretty exciting matches. We'll have to keep a close eye on the bracket throughout the day tomorrow. That is going to wrap it up for this video. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, as always, drop them down below. I will do my best to continue to keep you guys up to date on all things Rocket League news related, whether it be roster changes, confirmations, or just overall news about clubs or whatever the heck's going on. So if you guys do enjoy the content, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, turn on notifications. As always, we're trying to hit that goal of 25,000 by the end of the year, and your support is greatly appreciated. But that is going to wrap it up for me, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.